welcome back to my channel. So as you can see today from the title down below, I am going to be doing a drugstore makeup tutorial, and I'm really excited because this actually came out a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I kind of just swung it out, and I've been wanting to do like this kind of like brown smoky eye, just something kind of smoky. So this is something you can totally wear out if you want to go to a special event, if you want to go out with your girls up in the club, to a dinner. I wouldn't suggest it like on a first date or nothing like that, but you know, something that, I don't know, you kind of just want to go out with, and it's more of that drama type of look. So I use the Maybelline Nudes palette. I am going to be doing more drugstore looks because I want to do stuff outside of this palette, but one, I don't use it very often. This is probably the first time that I really picked this up. It's $10, I think $10 or $11 at Target. I got mine from Target, and this is a color scheme that they have from here. However, the only thing that I would complain about this palette is I'm not in love with it because it doesn't have a good transitioning color, personally, just for me. So I use my favorite bronzer, which was the NYC Sunny Bronzer. So it's like that. Obviously you can see it's my favorite because I've totally hit pan on this. And I also use all of my Sonia Kashuk brushes, and this is actually the first time that I've used, and this is bad because you guys seen, like, I think I got these back in November. I got these brushes and I never used them because they were white and they were so pretty, and I was like, girl, you need to use them. So everything, every single thing down to the brushes of what I'm using in this tutorial is all drugstore brand. The only thing that is different is this didn't come with an angled brush, so I did use a MAC brush, a 266 brush, but you can totally find one from e.l.f., like an angled brush for my brows. I use Cara lashes, which are my favorite inexpensive lashes. You can't find these at the drugstore. These are $1 online, so they're super inexpensive. I would typically use like Ardell lashes or Red Cherries, but I ran out of mine, so I had to opt for these. But I mean, it's still inexpensive. It's only $1. So everything I used is drugstore. So I'm really excited. I watch tutorials sometimes that when they use products, they say like drugstore brand or low end, and personally for me, like, if it's gonna be all drugstore, girl, use everything drugstore. Like, I don't want to put anything on the video that you have to go order online. Like, I want to be able that you can actually go to the drugstore and go buy it. But unfortunately, those are the only two things. Oh, you know what, one more thing, I totally lied. The concealer. So the concealer is LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I've actually heard you can buy these at some stores. I ordered mine online. I typically use NYX all the time, but my NYX also ran out. So like I said, typically I want to be able to do a tutorial where you can get every single thing going to your local CVS, Target, or anything, but unfortunately not every single thing that I had was drugstore. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna stop rambling because I've been doing enough of that, and let's go ahead and get to it. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah. Sad because I'm having a breakout again. So the first thing I'm going to use is my Pond's moisturizer. So we definitely want to make sure that we moisturize our face, and my L'Oreal Miracle Blur to prime our face and help conceal any imperfections with our pores. And then for foundation, I'm going to use my True Match from L'Oreal in the color W6 with my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, I believe it's called. Not the same as Beauty Blender, but it will do. And yeah, it's nice and damp, so I'm just applying that all over my face. Don't mind my talking. I think I was in the middle of a conversation. And for brows, I'm using the NYX Gel Liner in the color Brown/Brun. So you guys kind of can see how I'm filling in my brows. I never usually put this in the videos, but I decided to do that today. And I'm using the MAC 266 brush just because I didn't have any drugstore angled brush, but you can use anything from like e.l.f. and that will work just fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a spoolie to fade out that tone into my brows, and then I'm going to use the Pro Concealer from LA Girl in the color called Natural and just carve underneath my brows and fix any imperfections going on there, just so we have a nice solid brow. And I'm also using this as a primer on my lids as well as for a base. So now for the Maybelline palette, I'm going to use a third color on the top row, which is a beautiful champagne vanilla shade, and it has a satin finish. So I'm just going to press that on underneath my brow bone. And then use the NYC bronzer in Sunny because the Maybelline palette didn't have any transitioning shades that I liked. And I'm using all my Sonia Kashuk brushes as well. So yeah, I'm just going to use that into my crease. And then to deepen my crease, I'm going to use the two darker colors on the bottom row that you see me pointing there with my fingers. And I'm also going to place these on my lids. Kind of a really simple smoky eye, not too many crazy steps going on here. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to use the fourth color on the top row. Unfortunately, this palette doesn't have any names. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys can see the little shots on the corners. And I'm just going to put this into the inner tear ducts of my eyes and just blend it into the darker brown. As usual, for lining my eyes, I'm going to use my liquid liner from NYC because it's literally the best eyeliner from the drugstore and out of all eyeliners. I absolutely love this liner. I ended up using a thin line and then I ended up making it a lot thicker. So you see here me bulking it up a little bit more, and I really like how that came out. For concealer, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. I heard you can find this out in some places, I don't know exactly where, but I'm also going to highlight with this. I would typically use my NYX concealer because I love it, but I was completely out of it. And this is in the color called Natural. And to set my concealer, I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. I really love this powder, and it also prevents from creasing throughout the day. Now going back into my NYC bronzer in Sunny, I'm going to bronze up my whole face. I'm not really focused on contouring. I'm just going to bronze up my face and warm it up. To give it added flush to our cheeks, I'm just going to use this Essence blush called Beige, which is a beautiful soft baby pink blush. And then I just ended up lining up underneath my lash line with a darker brown from the Maybelline palette as well. Inside my waterline, I ended up going back with that NYX brown gel liner, and that's what I use inside my waterline. And then I ended up going back with powder and just making sure that it doesn't transfer underneath. So I wanted to smoke out this look a little bit more. I ended up going with the black from the palette and just using it on the outer corners of my crease. I really like the finish that it ended up giving. I just felt like it needed something more. You don't need to do this, but I just wanted to smoke it up a little bit more. For lashes, I use these $1 lashes in the 747 in Cara and the Duo Lash Glue. And then I ended up going over it with the Miss Manga mascara from L'Oreal. You can use Ardell's or Red Cherries. These are the only ones I had. So, and then I ended up going over it with the NYC Liquid Liner so you wouldn't see the band. For lips, I use NYX Lipliner in the color called Coffee. I love this lip liner. I use it all the time. It's my absolute favorite. And then I ended up using this nude lipstick. I believe it's called Forbidden and Herrrr. I don't remember. I'll leave it listed down below. And I topped it off with the NYX Buttercream lip gloss. And I don't remember that either, so I'll make sure I leave it listed down below. And then I ended up going back and contouring my nose with this shade in the Maybelline palette. This is my new favorite way of contouring. Absolutely amazing. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and leave a comment below for any future videos you guys would like to see. Thank you for watching. Bye.